Hello, family and friends. Good morning. How are you? Once again, I welcome you to this beautiful day. And I want to drop this quickly as I continue doing my thing. I want to speak on signs and wonders. Signs and wonders. You know, we are living in a time the rich intimidates the poor. And the reason why the rich easily intimidate the poor is because of what the poor see in them or see in the achievement or that. So those things makes the poor wonder. And when the poor wonder, the poor is intimidated. The rich can tell the poor man to shut up. Like when you go to your village meeting or some meeting in Africa, you see, you can use money to silence the poor. You can say, I'm using 100 naira or 1,000 naira or 10,000 naira to tell this man to sit down, shut up. And the people applaud that. And they think it's a nice thing to do. No. So what the poor saw around the rich have nice house, nice car, you know, spread money anyhow. So the poor is easily intimidated by what he saw. But the wise, the intelligent one, even if he is poor, he don't care about the rich. He don't care about what the rich has to offer, so long the rich is not making sense. If you're making sense, of course, the intelligent people like me will listen to you. But if you're not making sense, it doesn't care how much you have. It doesn't care your position in the society. Even when I was still a Christian, I don't respect rich people more than poor people. I respect everybody. It doesn't matter. Although that time I used to listen to Chris Oyakhilome, he preached like, prosperity. And I say, if somebody, like even if it's a rich person that maybe give you a ride or maybe just try to pay for their food, or, a Thai man drop you, just give them something in this part of giving, right? And one rich man from my village, I think he's still alive. He's based in Abuja. So 1 year I want to travel to Abuja. That time I was struggling. So even if I have money, I'm still looking for free ride to wherever I want to go. So on our way to Abuja, the man on branch somewhere where we are eating, I said, I will pay for your meal. A rich man giving me a ride, free ride to Abuja. But because of what the pastor said, Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, I want to practice, I want to be rich, I want to be, the preachers, preachers supposed to reach. God will bless you this if you give good measure, praise down, shaking together, we may give into your bosom. Psh. Okay, I was doing that also. Why? Because of what I saw. What I saw is a sign and a wonder to me. So I want to have it. I want to believe whatever they say that caused it to happen. I want to believe without questioning, without asking for proof. I just want to make it happen. And when it's not working, they ask you to keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep living by faith. Maybe the next one will work. So there's always next one. Why you keep wallowing in penury? Why you keep suffering and smiling? They say, just keep doing it. In everything, give thanks to God. God's delay is not God's denier. Imagine a God that delays something when people are in need. That God is dead. So, but when it comes to what you call signs and wonders, things that make you believe. You see the rich and the educated people you think they're supposed to know better, they're still slaves in religion. You still see them believing in God they cannot see, believing in Jesus they cannot see. Why? Because of the signs and wonders they saw, because of what they claim to see. Like a rich man say, I believe in God. I believe Jesus exists. I believe God exists. My mother was sick and they prayed. My mother get well. Where was God before your mother gets sick? Your mother was a Christian. You are a Christian before her death. Your mother died also. Your mother, I don't believe your mother died at the right age. Maybe he also died out of sickness. You believe she has been healed of. You have had people, they say they were sick, but after they say, they recovered, the next thing, boom, they die. Because they lied. The person wasn't really healed. But you believe you saw a sign, and it is hard for you to tell somebody what he saw is not true. What he saw is not true. Of course, many things you see, they are not true until you can practice them, until you can test them, until you can verify them. That's what signs and wonders do. When you look up in the sky, you can see some signs there. You can see something that make you wonder, but that doesn't mean you will live by them. That doesn't mean it will happen to you. That doesn't mean it happened to everyone. No. There is something they borrowed from Africa and put in the Bible. It said, things happen by time and chance, make them happen. There are things that when the time comes, it will happen again. That's why there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. But when the time comes, it will happen again, and chance can make it happen. Coincidence, that doesn't mean it's the thing you must base your life on. Everyone that bases their life on signs and wonders are living in ignorance. What is signs and wonders to you? What is wonder to you? What you don't understand? What you can't explain how it happened. That's why you call it miracle. That's why you call it signs and wonders. And that's how people came up with this idea of there is God somewhere controlling what is happening, because they cannot explain the incident. They cannot explain their experience. But there's somebody else, your fellow human being somewhere that can explain that. But you didn't bother to think, because they ask you live by faith, believe it is God. It is God that if God did it before, he will do it again. If God did it to that person, he can do it for you. It's not true. If God would do for the other person and waiting for you to pray or waiting for you to sow seed before he do it for you, that's not God. If God, you don't cook food in your house and you have 10 children, then you give some of your children food, and they said, when other ones tell you they're hungry, that's when you will know. In the morning you prepare breakfast for all your children. In the afternoon you prepare lunch for them. In the evening you prepare dinner for them. You don't, even when they say they're not hungry, you say, come on dear, honey, just try to eat something. It's good for you, makes you grow. You try to encourage them. But here they use all this nonsense they call signs and wonders to deceive. What is signs and wonders? Well, I'm using iPhone or Apple product to communicate. To me, it's sign and wonder. I don't know. I can't explain how phone works. I can't explain how I can be online talking to people that I cannot touch, but they are in far places. Some of them in London, in Europe, some of them in Africa, some of them in Asia, some of them in other states in America here, but they can see me right now. I can't explain. It's a sign and wonder to me. But that doesn't mean it is God that made it. It is not any God. It is my fellow human being. People that know it can explain it very well. It is nothing to them. But to me, it is a sign and a wonder. Also, when it comes to like global, what they call it, like the global warning, right? The climate change. People that don't understand it, don't believe it, they kick against it, right? But people that understand it, it's nothing to them. They can explain it like ABC to you. But some people that look at it, they wonder. Some people see it as a sign of wonder, man. This thing is declining, this thing is happening, this thing is increasing. But people that can explain it, people that have studied it, they know it very well. It is not a sign and wonder to them. So even he said that signs and wonders is for unbelievers. People that don't believe, that's what the Bible said, that signs and wonders. Science is for unbelievers, but prophecy is for believers, right? Okay, good. Okay, so when you don't understand something, even if you believe that thing is signs and wonder to you, because you don't understand it. Lack of knowledge is why people created God. Lack of knowledge is why people start telling you to believe what is not true or what is not true, and you keep believing it. So you have to grow up and stop being intimidated by people you think maybe these people are more educated than you or they are richer than you. It doesn't matter. The main thing is for you to have your brain working, be intelligent, educate yourself. You don't have to go to the four walls of university or any higher institution to learn. You'll learn every day. You can learn from the trees, you can learn from the birds, you can learn from the animals, you can learn from your fellow human beings, you can learn from books. There are many ways to learn, but they want you to remain in the books which they wrote. Either religious book or secular books or whatever they call it. They want you to do what the book say. Why should I maybe limit myself to what a book say, a book that my fellow human being wrote? Even if you say God inspired the person or not. If God inspired anyone to write any book, why can't that same God inspire you to write yours? God, there's no God inspiring anyone. All those signs and wonders you call, you say, oh, people pray, something happened. Okay, for example, a tree fell down. And every time in that particular area, trees keep falling down. Is it God that is made? Some people say, oh, it's the gods of the land. Oh, it is God that caused maybe the sin that people has committed. That's nonsense. It happens because when the root cannot carry the weight of the tree anymore, if the wind blow, naturally the tree will fall. It's not because somebody had fornication. It's not because somebody slept with somebody's wife. It's not because of all that nonsense people keep talking. A tree, let me give you that example about signs and wonders. When you say it's prayer that make it working or somebody that make it, a tree suddenly fall. There are many animals on that tree. Some of them died because of the fall of the tree. Some of them escaped. Does that mean the people that want the ones that escaped is their prayer that saved them? No. They weren't at the spot where those ones that died. So you see, when something happened, like when a plane crashed, both believers and unbelievers, both were white and black, everyone on board will die. Your prayer cannot save them, their prayer cannot save them. But you see some people, when they survive it, what do they hold? God is faithful. God saved me. God did this. God did that. It's not any God. Time and chance happen to them all. If you understand it, you will find out it's not a big deal. People that know something, some people that know mathematics, where you say it's not a, no matter how you twist it, they will just close the eye and solve it. But people like me that struggle with mathematics, oh man, I will crack my hair before I get it. So does that mean make me maybe lesser than the other people that know mathematics? No. There are things I know that they don't know. Like when I speak it, they wonder, they say, man, you're talking crazy. Because they don't understand what I'm saying. Despite they are educated, they are rich, they are in the world, they went to higher institutions, they are graduates, I am not. And you're not supposed to be a graduate, you're supposed to be continuously learning. That's why they limited you and call you graduate, because you graduated, you think that you have reached the climax. I'm a master's degree holder, I'm PhD, nonsense. No, your brain is greater than anything they teach you in school or in any book. You're supposed to activate your brain and live it and stop being a slave to signs and wonders. See rich people, slave to signs and wonders. You see all those false prophets like Mbaka, TB Joshua. You see rich people, educated people flocking to them because they are also gullible people. Gullibility has no respecter of person or respecter of age or respecter of your status in the land. That's why religion also, you can see an illiterate controlling educated ones in religion. But you know, today the educated ones are taken over by force, by fire. So they can speak English very well. That's why their God cannot choose a poor man to be a mega church pastor. There's no mega church pastor that is illiterate. Their God don't choose illiterates to lead his people. But God chose illiterate Jesus to be his son, because he didn't go to any school. But they say God gave him wisdom, right? God chose Solomon, gave him wisdom. So why can't God choose the poor and give the poor riches and the wisdom to lead his people today? It's all made up. So those things you call signs and wonders, no, they are not. They are natural occurrence, but the people try to specialize it, especially the pastors. Anything that happens, they try to read scriptures into it. They try to read the Spirit of God into it. They try to read the demons into it. If it's good, oh, there is that Spirit of God. If it is bad, it is demon. You know, it's not. And in us, there is no bad thing in us. It's good thing. It's religion that creates the bad thing in us. When you begin to believe what religion teaches or what religious leader says, you begin to see yourself, going towards evil way. But before they came, you were good. You were living very good life, holy life. That's WHOLLY. But they come and tell you, no, forget holy life. Live a holy life, HOLLI. Which holy life? You were born holy, 100% human, to live humanly. You don't need a savior because you are not a sinner. You are not conceived in sin. You were conceived in sex. You were not born in sin. You are born in skin. You don't need a savior. You are a savior. If you need a savior, save yourself. You have the power to do that. So this is what I want to drop to you, my people. Don't let any rich one intimidate you. Don't let any educated one intimidate you. You have your brain. There's nobody that his brain is better than your own brain. All brain are the same. They are called human brain. Activate your own brain. You are not an animal. You are a human being. And that person you think is a leader, is a teacher, is whatever, that person is not better than you. That person is not greater than you. There is something that person have that you need, and there's something you have that person need. That's why we need each other to live in unity, in harmony, in peace as a people, and doing great wonders. We are the one that can perform the real signs and wonders when we activate our brain and use our hand to work. So don't be a liability, be a laborer, and you will see how your life will be transformed immensely. Peace.